Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday art class that we've been doing weekly throughout our coloring contest this March. Quick reminder, we do have our second annual coloring contest going on for Child Care Connections right now. We're just about to wrap up taking submissions, so make sure that you get your coloring sheets in by March 31st. That's next Wednesday already. Hard to believe. We have Courtney with us today, and Courtney is from XY Learning Center. She's going to be doing a really fun activity. We're going to be making slime. Who doesn't love slime? So, Courtney, thank you for being with us today.
Yeah, of course. I'm super excited.
Well, we're really excited to have you. We can just jump right into your project.
All right, sounds good. So like Rose said, my name is Courtney and I'm at XY Learning Center. Right now I'm in our preschool classroom, and right across the way we have our twos classroom, and they're in the middle of circle time. And so if you hear a bunch of kids screaming and song and dance, that's just the sound of our classroom. So which I'm sure you guys all know that life. So anyways, like she said, we're going to be making slime today. And so this is going to be one of my first times making slime too. So hopefully everything goes very smoothly, but it's super easy to make and everybody loves slime. It's the newest thing. All the kids want to make slime all the time. It's super fun. It's a great sensory activity for littles too. And so, yeah, we'll just go get started. So the things that you're going to need is you're going to need borax and glue and warm water. We already warmed it up in the kettle a little bit ago. And then anything fun that you want to put in it. And so we have a ton of options for like glitters, and we have like food coloring to make it whatever color you want. And you can put, yeah, like we have these big old star glitter here, like anything that you want to put inside of it. I know some people have even put in like water beads and to make it a little bit more sensory. So yeah, so we'll just get started. So the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna take the borax and you're going to, what I, rather than, just trying to measure it from there, I poured it into this little bowl, and you only need a little bit. So you're going to take a quarter of a teaspoon of borax, and you're going to mix it with a half a cup of water. So I have my warm water here, and I have my little measuring cup. So I'm just going to measure it to a half a cup. And then I've got my little quarter of a teaspoon right here, just a tiny little bit. You're just gonna mix that in there. You're gonna mix it really good until it's all dissolved. So you don't want to see any borax in there. It should all be dissolved. So just keep on stirring. I still see a little bit. So we're just gonna keep stirring. All right. So once that's all dissolved, almost, just a second. Once that's all dissolved, you're gonna set that to the side. And we're going to do, I'm actually gonna pour this into a little bowl right here. So I'm gonna set that aside. And then we're going to use our measuring cups again, and we're going to do a half a cup of clear glue. You can use white glue too. I've heard that works just fine, but clear glue is what I am going to be using today. And a half a cup of water. So 1 part glue, 1 part water. So I'm gonna do the water first. Do a little half cup of water and pour that into the bowl. And then I'm gonna get my glue, which has never been opened. And I'm gonna pour that in here as well. There we go. Half a cup of glue. Oops. and we're gonna pour that in here. And make sure you get it all. If you have a plastic spatula, that would probably be best. But I'm working with what we've got. There's our kiddos. So now I'm just mixing all of that together. You know what, I'm actually gonna mix it in this clear thing for you guys, so just a second. Oops. So that you guys can see a little bit better. Okay. So I'm mixing all of that together until it's all nice and mixed together, and it should be a little bit thick but still super liquidy. Okay, so next what you're going to do is you're going to add the borax solution really slowly. Again, I'm going to put it back in this cup. So you're going to add the borax solution slowly because you sometimes don't need all of it. And so you just kind of add it a little bit at a time until it starts to kind of lift from the bowl. And I'll show you what I mean by that. And so you're just going to add, I'm just going to add just a little bit. I added just like a couple splashes. And now I'm going to mix it all together. Mix and mix and mix. And I can already feel it getting nice and squishy. I already feel, see that? Yep, it's already starting to do that. So I'm adding a little bit more. So the borax, when it's mixed with the glue, is what makes it turn all squishy and slimy, which is what we love. So I'm gonna add some more. And you can already see how fun that is. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And it's already starting. You see what I mean by like lifting? So like it looks, so it's not just like sitting all at the bottom. Okay, we're gonna keep mixing until all of it is mixed in there. It looks so good. So squishy and slimy. And I'm just gonna do the last little bit. Oh man. And here it is. Then we have some big, thick, squishy slime. Look at that. This is so much fun to play with. It's super squishy. Look at all that. Super fun. So then now that you have your slime all mixed together, what you're gonna do is you're gonna knead it. So I'm gonna move it into this bowl right here. And you're going to spend a couple minutes just kneading it together with your hands, which is super fun. I think this is my favorite part because you can just feel how squishy it is. You can just take some time and really get in there with your fingers and just squish it all around. So that's super fun. And it makes some really silly noises. Oh yeah. And now that's all kneading together, it should stop feeling wet, if that makes sense. And it should start to harden and be more like that fun slimy texture that we were all looking for. You see that? Super fun. So we'll keep kneading and playing until it's smooth and stretchy. So hopefully it becomes smooth and stretchy. If you use too much borax solution, sometimes this can happen. And so if we need to, we can go back and add a little bit more glue and water, which I think I might do. I'm gonna give it another second. Just kneading it all together. Either way, it still feels really cool and fun and squishy. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more glue and water really quick. So yeah, you kind of play around with it until you find the right texture. So I'm just adding a little bit more of that glue and water mixture. Again, it's 1-to-1 ratio, so I just did a little splash of both. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Because right now this is really fun, but this isn't the slimy texture we're looking for. So we're just gonna add that in there. There we go. That already feels better. Get all of that glue and slime all mixed in there. So you can play around with it. Sometimes it needs all of that borax and sometimes it doesn't. And so that's why you have to add it really slowly and carefully so that you don't do what I just did. Make it all hard. Because if you add too much borax, it'll just turn into kind of like a jelly solution. So yeah, that's way better. So now we're gonna keep kneading this together. Do you see how that looks so nice and squishy? Look at that. That's the texture we're looking for. So, all right. So now that we have your little slime mixture, see, you can customize it however you want. And so what I'm going to do today is I took my two favorite colors. I'm going to do pink and purple from a little pastel guy. And I am going to add a couple of drops of that purple. 1, 2. I'm going to add a couple drops of the pink. I want it to be more pink, so I added a little bit more pink. And I'm just going to mix that all together. So I'm just going to kind of fold the slime together, kind of like this. Just fold it all in until all of that color is all mixed in together. And if you don't mind getting it on your fingers, it's all washable because it's food coloring. It might stain a little bit though. And you can kind of squish it in with your fingers, which is what I'm going to do. Look at that. Oh, look at it's all fun and cool and purple. We love that. Oh, it's so sticky. You see that? Sticking all over my hands. So now that it's all purple, I'm gonna add some glitter. Oh my goodness. With my sticky fingers, I'm gonna try to add the glitter. So I'm gonna take some of this really fun pinky glitter. I'm gonna put some of that in there. You know what else I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of these chunky star glitter. We have these little chunky stars. I'm gonna put some of that in there. And I'm gonna take some sequins. And like I said, you can do whatever you want. You can make it sparkly. You can add fun little things in there like Orbeez or water beads. You can add glitter. You can not add glitter. Woohoo! Look at all that. So I put in a lot. And I'm just gonna, again, fold that all in there. Tuck it all in. And I'm just gonna keep squishing it all. And then you can see the glitter is all in there. Isn't that fun? So you can customize it however you want. So now I have my very own pink sparkly unicorn slime. Super easy and fun. You can do this with your littles. You can do this with your kiddos. It's a really fun sensory activity. Kids love to stick their fingers and squish it all up, and it is really, really fun to do. And it's just so easy and cheap to do. You can do it at home. You can do it in your classrooms, however you want. And so, yeah, here's our slime. Love it.
That's awesome, Courtney.
Yeah, thanks. We're excited. I'm going to take this upstairs and we're going to play with it.
Oh, yeah. That look is so fun. I love the colors you picked, too.
Yeah. Little purple action.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us and teaching us how to make slime. We really had fun.
Yay, I'm so glad. Yeah, now it's all over my hands. So
well, we'll let you go get cleaned up and we'll say goodbye for today. So thank you so much again.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a
Bye.
good day, you guys. Bye.
Wow, that was so cool. I've actually never made slime before. Lots of other things, Play-Doh, cloud dough, all of these things, but not slime. I think this is really awesome. It'll be fun to do at home. So thank you everyone for joining us. Just a quick reminder that you can still get your coloring sheets for our coloring contest, and you can still submit those. You can actually, here's the link down at the bottom, cccmontana.org. That's where you can find your very own coloring sheets to print out. You can also find different businesses around our service area that are helping hand out these coloring sheets. Providers can do this with their classes or as part of a lesson plan. Families can do it at home. Please share it. It is for kids 0 to 12. And we've been having so much fun. We're getting in a bunch of awesome submissions, and it's just been such a blast. So big thank you again to Courtney and all of our artists. Thank you to our sponsors for helping make this possible. And thank you to everybody who joined or is going to be watching later. Don't forget to like and share or post on this. And in a couple of days, we'll be doing a drawing with those names for a fun gift basket. All right, well, I think that's all for today. So thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next week at 11 a.m. Bye.